Every day we face decisions, challenges, and opportunities that can change our lives, but often we don't know how to take advantage of them. Our mind is where it all begins, and how we train it determines whether we move toward our goals or remain stuck. This book is designed to help you take control of your thoughts, emotions, and actions in a practical and straightforward way. You won't find complicated theories or difficult words, but rather clear strategies you can apply starting today to improve your life. You'll learn to develop daily discipline, focus on concrete objectives, and build habits that generate constant progress. You'll also discover how to manage negativity, face challenges without fear, and maintain resilience in the face of failures and obstacles. Furthermore, it will teach you how to connect with people who boost your growth, how to manage your time effectively, and how to celebrate every achievement to keep your motivation high. Each chapter offers concrete steps and actionable tips, presented in a way that you can easily apply them in your daily life. The intention is that each reading will make you feel stronger, more aware, and better prepared to face any situation with clarity and determination. Throughout this book, I will guide you with a friendly, direct, and human approach, aiming to inspire you to take action and commit to your own transformation. By the end, you will not only have tools to improve your discipline and productivity, but also the confidence and energy needed to maintain sustained growth in all aspects of your life. This book is a practical guide to training your mind, on improving your daily life, and building a solid path to personal and professional success. And it is designed so that every word motivates you to act, overcome your limitations, and never give up. Chapter 1. Develop daily discipline to strengthen your mind and actions. Developing daily discipline isn't simply a matter of willpower or fleeting determination. It's a deep commitment to yourself, a silent pact that you won't allow your emotions, fears, or destructive habits to control your life. Discipline isn't a one-off act, not lifting weights once or waking up early just one day. It's the conscious repetition of small but significant actions that become the structure of your character and the strength that underpins all your achievements. To strengthen your mind and actions, well, you must first understand that discipline is a skill that can be trained just like training a muscle. It doesn't appear overnight. It requires patience, consistency, and self-observation. The first step in building it is recognizing where you currently are. You must honestly observe your daily habits, your reactions to frustration, and your thought patterns. It's essential to stop and evaluate how you spend your energy each day. Many people waste valuable hours on activities that don't move them any closer to their goals while justifying their inaction with excuses that only reinforce complacency. Being mindful of your actions is the first act of discipline. Self-observation allows you to identify what you need to change, which habits to cultivate, and which to eliminate. Discipline begins with small decisions that reflect your commitment to yourself. Getting up on time, keeping your promises, and taking care of your body and mind. Every decision is a training exercise for your mind. Every action taken consistently strengthens your character and resilience. Discipline is not punishment, it is liberation. By training yourself to act consistently, your mind gains clarity and confidence. To apply discipline in daily life, it is necessary to structure your day intentionally. This doesn't mean filling your schedule to the brim, but rather designing your time so that your actions have purpose. Start each morning by setting clear priorities. Ask yourself, what is the most important thing I need to accomplish today? And how can I ensure I accomplish it without excuses? Small daily goals are what build big results in the long run. By developing daily habits of discipline, you will learn to manage the internal resistance that inevitably arises. There will always be times when you'd rather postpone difficult tasks, give in to comfort, or ignore responsibilities. Discipline is demonstrated precisely in those moments. Acting despite discomfort is the essence of mental fortitude. Every time you choose action over indulgence, you strengthen your mind and your ability to control your life. For this to be effective, it's helpful to break down large tasks into smaller, more achievable actions. The feeling of constant progress reinforces your motivation and prevents you from feeling overwhelmed. Don't underestimate the power of simple routines. Waking up early, writing down your goals, exercising, and dedicating time to self-reflection are all acts that solidify discipline. Consistency in these small gestures creates a powerful cumulative effect. The human mind responds better to repetition than to occasional intensity. Discipline also requires learning to delay gratification. We live in a society that rewards immediacy. We want quick results, instant rewards, and immediate satisfaction. True discipline teaches that success isn't achieved in an instant, but through the accumulation of sustained effort over time. Every action you take today, no matter how small, becomes a building block for your future. Learning to enjoy the process rather than just waiting for the outcome is a vital component. As you train your mind to act consistently, you'll also develop the ability to manage distractions and maintain your focus. Discipline isn't just about doing what you must when you want to, but also when you don't want to, when your mind tempts you to give in. Mastering your attention is fundamental. Decide what deserves your energy and eliminate what doesn't contribute to your growth. Clarity in your priorities creates freedom and control over your life. A key aspect of daily discipline is constant self-evaluation. It's not enough to simply act. You need to measure your progress, analyze your mistakes, and adjust your approach. Daily reflection allows you to learn from your failures without self-pity. Every mistake is an opportunity to strengthen your mind and refine your actions. Resilience and discipline feed off each other. The more disciplined you are in your habits, the better prepared you will be to face life's inevitable challenges. Another essential component is mental preparation before acting. Discipline doesn't begin at the moment of action, it begins in your thinking. Before tackling any task, visualize your success and anticipate obstacles. This isn't fantasy, it's training your mind to maintain focus and determination when difficulties arise. Practicing self-discipline also requires learning to control your emotions. Impulsiveness, anger, or frustration can sabotage your efforts if you don't recognize and manage them properly. Developing the ability to respond rather than react is a sign of true maturity and mental control. Mindful breathing, meditation, and daily reflection are powerful tools that support this ability. Discipline is strengthened by combining action with awareness. Action without control can become compulsion. Awareness without action is ineffective. Integrating both elements creates a state of personal power where your mind and actions work in harmony. The power of discipline is also evident in time and energy management. Procrastination isn't just a habit, it's a lack of respect for your own potential. Learning to prioritize important tasks, eliminate trivial activities, and maintain a consistent pace of action significantly transforms your life. Organization and daily planning are allies of discipline. As you progress, you'll notice that discipline creates a chain of mutually reinforcing benefits. Greater mental clarity, increased self-confidence, a greater capacity to manage stress, and a greater ability to overcome obstacles. These benefits aren't the result of a single heroic act, but rather the accumulation of small actions performed consistently. Daily discipline also involves taking care of your body. A strong mind requires a strong and healthy body. Getting adequate sleep, eating mindfully, and exercising regularly aren't optional. They are fundamental components of your personal discipline. Ignoring these areas undermines your efforts and limits your ability to perform. Furthermore, discipline is reflected in how you handle your commitments to others. Being trustworthy, keeping promises, and staying true to your word strengthens your character and earns respect, both internally and externally. Integrity and discipline are deeply intertwined. For discipline to be sustainable, it's important to surround yourself with supportive environments and people. External influences affect your decisions and your ability to maintain habits. Surrounding yourself with individuals who value consistency and self-improvement makes your path easier and reinforces your commitment. Every small act of discipline is a step toward personal independence. When you control your actions, thoughts, and emotions, you break free from the chains of mediocrity and external whims. This creates a sense of power and responsibility that fuels your growth. It's also crucial to learn to consciously reward yourself for your achievements. Discipline isn't just about deprivation. It's also about recognizing and valuing your effort. Celebrating progress strengthens your motivation and creates a positive cycle of action and satisfaction. Self-discipline is built day by day, and consistency is its cornerstone. Even when results seem slow or non-existent, Every disciplined act is shaping your character and your destiny. Patience and perseverance are inseparable virtues of discipline. Don't let frustration or doubt interrupt your path. Ultimately, discipline isn't an end goal. It's a lifestyle. It's not about achieving perfection, but about committing to a continuous process of improvement. Every day is an opportunity to strengthen your mind, your actions, and your ability to reach your full potential. By implementing these principles, you'll develop a mindset capable of overcoming any obstacle, acting with clarity even amidst chaos, and maintaining the consistency necessary to achieve extraordinary results. Daily discipline not only transforms you, but also positively influences those around you, inspiring them to take responsibility for their own lives. By cultivating this habit, you not only become the best version of yourself, but also build a solid foundation for any goal you choose to achieve. Training your mind through daily discipline is an act of respect for your own potential and a commitment to the life you deserve to live. Every deliberate action, every conscious decision, and every small effort adds up and brings you closer to a state of personal power where there are no excuses and every day counts. Daily discipline is the most reliable tool you have to transform dreams into reality, to face adversity calmly, and to live with integrity and purpose. It's not an easy path, but it's the only path that guarantees lasting results. Every day you choose to act with discipline, your mind strengthens, your confidence grows, and your life is transformed in tangible and significant ways. This commitment to yourself is the first step in training your mind, mastering your habits, and building a full and fulfilling life. It's not an act of momentary heroism. It's the conscious choice of someone who decides to take control of their destiny and never give up. Daily discipline not only shapes actions, it also shapes character. It molds the way you think, feel, and face life. It makes you someone capable of enduring hardship, learning from failures, and moving forward with unwavering determination. It's not a luxury or an optional skill. It's the foundation of all significant and sustained improvement. The power of discipline lies in its simplicity and constant repetition. Every decision to act consistently, even when difficult, creates a profound impact on your life. Ultimately, your success will not be measured by innate talents or external opportunities, but by your ability to maintain discipline in your daily life and act with clear intention toward your goals. This chapter has been a call to look inward, to honestly evaluate your commitment to yourself, and to make decisions that strengthen your mind and actions each day. Discipline is not a destination, it is a journey, and every moment of conscious action is a firm step in the right direction. Training your mind begins with a small daily commitment that over time transforms your life in extraordinary ways and prepares you to face any challenge with confidence, clarity, and strength. Daily discipline is the key that unlocks the door to your best self and to a life of purpose and sustained achievement. Chapter 2. Focus on clear and persistent goals every day. Setting clear goals and maintaining daily persistence is an art that defines the difference between dreaming and achieving. Every day that begins without a defined purpose is a wasted opportunity. Clarity about what you want to achieve acts as a beacon, guiding your mind and actions and preventing you from getting lost in routine or distractions that don't contribute to your progress. To focus effectively, you first need to decide precisely what you want. It's not enough to say, "I want to improve," or "I want to be successful." These are vague statements that don't generate real movement. Define specific, measurable, and achievable goals and set a realistic deadline for each one. When your objective is clearly defined, your mind naturally focuses, and your energy aligns with concrete actions that bring you closer to it. Daily persistence is the force that keeps you on course when obstacles appear. It's inevitable that difficulties, criticism, or temporary setbacks will arise. What distinguishes those who achieve success from those who give up is the decision to continue despite the circumstances. Persisting doesn't mean ignoring mistakes, but rather learning from them and adjusting your path while keeping your eye on the ultimate goal. To stay focused on your goals, it's vital to develop a daily review system. Dedicate a few minutes each morning to visualizing your objectives, reminding yourself why they're important, and planning concrete actions you can accomplish that same day. This practice strengthens your internal commitment and reduces the likelihood of getting sidetracked by irrelevant tasks. Time management is an indispensable ally of persistence. Every action you take should bring you closer to your goal. Prioritize high-impact tasks and eliminate habits or activities that don't contribute to your progress. Discipline in allocating your time generates cumulative results that are felt in the long run. Focusing also means learning to say no. Not everything deserves your energy or attention. Identify what doesn't serve your purpose and set clear boundaries. Consistency in this aspect is essential. Every day you consciously decide how to dedicate your time, you're reinforcing your ability to stay on course toward your goals. Another key component is strategic planning. One, break down your large objectives into smaller, more achievable steps. Each completed step generates a sense of accomplishment that fuels motivation and reduces anxiety about ambitious projects. This approach transforms complex tasks into manageable actions and keeps your mind focused on progress, not being overwhelmed. Daily persistence also requires learning to maintain stable emotional energy. It's common to feel demotivated or burned out, especially when results don't appear immediately. Recognizing these feelings without letting them control you is part of mental training. Look for ways to recharge your motivation through inspiring reading, physical exercise, or conversations that lift your spirits and remind you of the importance of your goals. Maintaining clarity and persistence also involves regularly evaluating your progress. Make it a habit to reflect on your achievements and challenges at the end of each day. Ask yourself what actions brought you closer to your goal, what derailed you, and how you can improve tomorrow. This practice strengthens your adaptability and keeps your focus on what truly matters. Clarity of purpose and persistence reinforce each other. When your goals are defined and your actions are consistent, each day becomes a sure step toward tangible results. A lack of focus, on the other hand, dilutes your effort and creates a feeling of stagnation. It's essential to cultivate active patience. Moving forward each day, even with small steps, ensures you progressively build your success. A powerful habit for sustaining focus is goal writing. Writing down your goals and reviewing them regularly solidifies them in your mind, making them a tangible commitment to yourself. Writing acts as a physical reminder of your intentions and allows you to maintain clarity even in moments of distraction or doubt. Persistence isn't just about taking action, but about taking action with direction. It's not about being busy all the time, but about deliberately moving toward your goals. Every task you undertake should have a purpose linked to your objective. This awareness prevents wasting energy on unproductive activities and strengthens your ability to maintain focus. As you train your mind to focus and persist, you'll notice you face obstacles with greater composure. Clarity allows you to evaluate solutions rationally, and persistence drives you to implement them without giving up. Each problem overcome reinforces your confidence and teaches you that no challenge is insurmountable. Maintaining focus on your goals also requires discipline in the face of technology and modern distractions. Set clear boundaries on your use of social media, email, and other distractions that fragment your concentration. Consciously managing these elements protects your mental energy and ensures your daily efforts are aligned with your goals. Developing perseverance also thrives on gratitude and acknowledging your accomplishments. Celebrate every step that brings you closer to your goals, not as an excuse to stop, but as a reminder of your progress and motivation to continue. This practice keeps your mind positive and focused, reducing the tendency to become discouraged in the face of challenges. Clarity and persistence require resilience in the face of external criticism. Not everyone will understand your path or support your goals. Learning to filter feedback and maintain confidence in your vision is an integral part of training your mind. The opinions of others should not dictate your direction. Your daily commitment is the only indicator that matters. Furthermore, focusing on your goals involves prioritizing action over perfection. The pursuit of the perfect outcome can paralyze you. Accept that mistakes and adjustments are part of the process, and that moving forward imperfectly is better than remaining stagnant. Consistent action creates momentum, and momentum is the force that sustains persistence. To maintain this focus, consider creating daily routines that connect your habits to your goals. Routines act as automatic reminders that keep your mind aligned with what you want to achieve, reducing your reliance on willpower for every decision. Your environment also influences your ability to focus. Surround yourself with things and people that support your discipline and avoid unnecessary distractions. An organized environment that aligns with your goals reduces mental fatigue and boosts your daily efficiency. Visualization is another powerful tool. Dedicate time each day to vividly imagine achieving your goals. This practice activates your subconscious mind, strengthening your motivation and generating clarity on the steps needed to reach your objectives. The combination of clarity of purpose and persistent action is transformative. Every day that you focus on what truly matters and act with determination, you are building a life of tangible results. Small daily wins add up and create a trajectory of success that becomes unstoppable over time. Focusing on your goals also means learning to manage uncertainty. Not all actions will produce immediate results, nor will all strategies work from the start. Persistence involves adjusting your approach based on experience, learning from each attempt, and maintaining your overall direction toward your objective. Controlling your mind in the face of doubt and temptation is a daily exercise. Every time you choose to concentrate on what's important instead of giving in to distractions, you train your mind for consistency. This habit strengthens your ability to sustain effort even during challenging times. Furthermore, focusing your energy requires developing strategic patience. Significant results rarely come immediately. Daily consistency is what ensures the accumulation of achievements and the consolidation of habits that sustain long-term success. Persistence also means nurturing your internal motivation. Motivation based solely on external factors is fragile and temporary. Discover deep and meaningful reasons to pursue your goals and remind yourself of these reasons every day. This emotional connection reinforces your determination and keeps you on track even when tangible rewards are delayed. Focus and persistence are deeply connected to self-discipline. Staying focused on what matters and persevering despite challenges requires mastering your impulses, emotions, and decisions. Self-discipline is the foundation upon which the ability to achieve any goal is built. Ultimately, the combination of clear goals, persistent action, and daily reflection creates a powerful cycle. Each day you define your objectives, act with intention, and evaluate your progress strengthens your capacity to achieve extraordinary results. Clarity guides your mind, persistence drives your actions, and discipline sustains the entire process. Cultivating these qualities transforms your life, prepares you to face challenges, and ensures that every effort you make effectively moves you closer to the person and the results you aspire to be and achieve. Maintaining focus on your goals each day turns consistent work into real accomplishment and transforms your dreams into an attainable destination, building a life grounded in purpose, action, and constant growth. Chapter 3. Build positive habits that drive your constant progress. Building positive habits is one of the most powerful pillars for steadily progressing toward your goals and tangibly transforming your life. Habits aren't simply repeated actions. They're an expression of your character, evidence of your priorities, and the foundation upon which any lasting progress rests. Every habit you cultivate has the potential to either propel or hinder your growth, and understanding this reality is crucial for making conscious choices about how you live each day. The first step in creating positive habits is identifying the actions that have the greatest impact on your life. This requires honestly observing how you spend your time and the results of your current behaviors. It's not about judging yourself, but about recognizing patterns in areas where improvement will bring significant benefits. Once you recognize these key habits, the next step is to replace the routines that don't serve you with practices that move you closer to your goals. It's not enough to eliminate the negative. You must also fill that space with constructive actions that reinforce your daily progress. Consistency is the deciding factor in transforming these actions into solid habits. Even small efforts made regularly produce surprising cumulative results in the long run. Deliberate repetition creates connections in your mind that make the right action feel natural and automatic, reducing reliance on willpower in times of difficulty. To ensure a positive habit takes root, it's helpful to start with small, achievable goals. Trying to change too much at once often leads to frustration and giving up. Begin with concrete, measurable steps that you can easily accomplish. Each time you stick to a new habit, you reinforce your confidence in your ability to change and increase your consistency. Daily structure plays a central role in habit formation. Creating a morning or evening routine that incorporates productive actions strengthens your discipline and conditions your mind to act in accordance with your goals. For example, setting aside time for planning, reading, or physical exercise not only improves your well-being, but also establishes a pattern that makes it easier to incorporate new positive habits. Clarity about the purpose of each habit is also crucial. Understanding why you're adopting a specific habit makes it a conscious decision rather than a mechanical act. This awareness strengthens intrinsic motivation and allows you to overcome the initial resistance that often arises when you try to change your routine. Another important element is anticipating obstacles. Habits aren't formed under ideal conditions. They emerge and solidify in the midst of real life, with distractions, fatigue, and temptations. Identifying potential barriers and planning how to deal with them significantly increases the likelihood of success. Resilience in the face of mistakes is an essential part of the process. It's inevitable to occasionally fail or lose consistency in a habit. The key isn't perfection, but rather to immediately resume action and learn from what happened. Each reconnection with your habit reinforces your ability to persist despite difficulties. Initial motivation is powerful, but not enough. Positive habits must be sustained beyond the peaks of enthusiasm. That's why it's crucial to develop systems that facilitate action without depending on your mood or momentary motivation. Automating your environment, eliminating temptations, and setting reminders are practical strategies that make maintaining habits easier and less dependent on sheer willpower. Tracking your progress also has a powerful effect. Recording your actions and observing your consistency provides positive reinforcement and allows you to adjust your approach when necessary. This act of reflecting and evaluating strengthens your commitment and increases clarity about which habits are producing real results. Positive habits not only impact your immediate results, but also transform your identity. Each repeated action reinforces your self-image. Over time, when the right choices cease to be conscious effort and become part of who you are. This gradual integration of action and identity is what makes habits sustainable and profoundly transformative. The connection between small habits and significant progress is direct. Don't underestimate the importance of seemingly trivial actions like waking up at the same time every day, reading a chapter daily, or getting moderate exercise. Each of these acts strengthens your discipline, increases your ability to focus, and builds momentum toward bigger goals. To build lasting habits, it's also essential to cultivate patience. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, and the temptation to quit can be strong when results aren't immediately visible. Recognizing that every day counts and that consistency generates cumulative change allows you to stay on track despite the waiting. Incorporating strategic rewards can reinforce habits. Celebrating progress, however small, strengthens the connection between effort and satisfaction, increasing the likelihood of continuing the positive practice. These rewards shouldn't contradict the habit's objective, but rather complement it, offering incentives that reinforce the desired behavior. Integrating positive habits also requires flexibility and adaptation. Not all methods work for everyone, nor are all circumstances the same. Adjusting the form, timing, or intensity of a habit while maintaining its essence allows you to sustain the practice even when life changes or unexpected events arise. Surrounding yourself with influences that reinforce your habits boosts your success. The energy of those around you, their support, and their positive habits create an environment that facilitates consistency and inspires you to maintain your daily commitment. Mindful social interaction can be a powerful catalyst for consolidating new routines. Mindfulness is a vital resource in habit building. Performing each action with mindfulness strengthens the connection between your mind and your behaviors, making every habit more effective and meaningful. It's not just about doing things for the sake of doing them, but about acting with intention, observing the details, and understanding the impact of each decision. Mental discipline is an ally in this process. Learning to manage distractions, emotions, and impulses ensures that your habits hold even in the face of unexpected challenges. Self-discipline not only protects your progress, but also amplifies the effectiveness of each daily action. Integrating positive habits generates a cumulative effect on your overall well-being. As your actions align with your goals and values, you experience improvements in your energy, mental clarity, relationships, and results. This synergy reinforces your motivation and tangibly demonstrates the power of habits in personal transformation. Creating positive habits requires a long-term vision. It's not about temporary changes or quick fixes, but about building sustainable practices that support constant growth in the development of your best self. Each established habit is another building block in the structure of your success-oriented life. A periodic evaluation is crucial. Reviewing your habits, eliminating those that no longer contribute to your goals, and reinforcing those that do ensures your system evolves with your needs and objectives. This practice of conscious adjustment maintains the effectiveness of your habits and prevents stagnation or complacency. Ultimately, the combination of small steps, consistency, reflection, and constant adjustment generates a transformative force that continuously propels your progress. Every positive habit you implement and maintain strengthens your discipline, increases your resilience, and solidifies your ability to create real and sustainable results. Building positive habits is not an isolated act, but a daily commitment to your growth, your identity, and your vision of the life you wish to create. Adopting this practice transforms your intentions into concrete actions, your actions into results, and your results into a fulfilling, productive life aligned with your highest potential. Every day you choose to act positively, you are training your mind, strengthening your character, and ensuring that your progress depends not on luck or temporary motivation, but on the constant power of your decisions and habits. Chapter 4. Control negative thoughts and replace them with positive energy. Negative thoughts act as a silent brake, limiting your ability to act and your emotional well-being if you don't learn to identify them and replace them with positive energy. Every day, your mind receives an enormous amount of information, and we often react automatically without realizing how certain thoughts affect our mood and decisions. The first step to controlling negative thoughts is conscious observation. Paying attention to the mental patterns that arise in different situations allows you to identify which ideas weaken you, which generate anxiety, and which hinder your progress. It's not about judging yourself or suppressing emotions, but about recognizing them and understanding how they impact your behavior. Once you detect a negative thought, the next step is to question it. Ask yourself if it's actually true, if it's based on facts, or if it stems from automatic interpretations and biases. Many limiting beliefs lack a real foundation, and by examining them objectively, you can deactivate them and reduce their power over you. Replacing negative thoughts requires actively replacing them with constructive ideas. This doesn't mean ignoring reality, but rather reinterpreting situations in ways that strengthen your energy, creativity, and motivation. For example, instead of thinking, "I can't do it," you can reframe it as, "This is a challenge I can overcome if I act with determination." Positive affirmations are effective tools for reinforcing this mindset shift. Creating concise and powerful statements that reflect your goals and strengths helps you redirect your mental focus towards solutions and opportunities. Repeating these affirmations regularly conditions your mind to seek evidence of what you desire instead of getting stuck in imagined limitations. The daily practice of gratitude complements this transformation of your thinking. Focusing on what you already have and appreciating your achievements, however small, generates positive energy that naturally displaces negativity. This habit also improves your perspective, increasing your ability to face challenges with serenity and clarity. Your environment directly influences your mind. Surrounding yourself with people, information, and stimuli that inspire you and reinforce constructive thoughts makes it easier to maintain a positive state of mind. Avoiding toxic conversations, alarmist news, or content that encourages constant complaining protects your mental energy and strengthens your ability to focus on what matters. Deliberate action is another crucial component. When your thoughts dwell on problems or worries, channeling your energy into productive activities generates tangible results and reduces negative rumination. Every action that produces tangible progress acts as positive reinforcement for your mind, solidifying healthy thinking habits. No visualization is also a powerful tool. Imagine scenarios in which you successfully face challenges and maintain a positive attitude. This exercise trains your brain to anticipate solutions and feel secure in the face of difficult situations, strengthening confidence and reducing anxiety. Learning to consciously accept negative emotions is part of the process. Feeling fear, frustration, or sadness is not harmful in itself. What is harmful is allowing these states to control your decisions and affect your energy. Observing your emotions without judgment and consciously deciding how to respond is an act of mental control and strengthens your resilience. Mental discipline requires consistent practice. Every time you consciously choose to replace a negative thought with a positive one, you are training your mind, creating new neural connections, and strengthening your ability to maintain a constructive emotional state in any circumstance. Reading and continuous learning also provide tools for managing negativity. Learning psychological strategies, meditation techniques, and personal growth approaches expands your repertoire of responses and allows you to manage your mind more effectively. Keeping a thought journal is a practical resource for this process. Writing down what you feel and how you react to difficult situations allows you to identify recurring patterns and evaluate your progress in transforming your mindset. Reviewing and reflecting on these entries strengthens awareness and improves your ability to proactively replace limiting thoughts. Breathing and mindfulness contribute significantly to controlling negativity. On a conscious breathing and focusing on the present moment reduce the intensity of destructive automatic thoughts, facilitate mental clarity, and create a space where you can choose a constructive response instead of reacting impulsively. Positive energy is amplified by committing to habits that nourish your physical and emotional well-being. Getting enough sleep, maintaining a balanced diet, and exercising regularly not only optimize your body, but also generate neurotransmitters that elevate your mood and make you less vulnerable to negativity. Mindful socialization is another strategy. Interacting with people who support you, inspire you, and share constructive values strengthen your positive thinking. Feedback and the example of others reinforce your perception of possibilities and remind you that growth is achievable with determination and action. Resilience is strengthened by facing challenges with a learning mindset. Every obstacle is an opportunity to practice replacing negative thoughts with constructive ones and to reinforce your ability to remain calm and focused in the face of difficulty. This transforms adversity into a training ground for the mind and emotions. Consistency between thought and action amplifies results. It's not enough to have positive ideas. These must translate into behaviors that reinforce your vision and goals. Aligning mind and action strengthens personal credibility and creates a cumulative effect that propels your progress. Cultivating curiosity and creativity also helps replace negativity. Like seeking solutions, exploring alternatives, and maintaining an open mind when faced with problems fosters positive energy and reduces the tendency to get stuck in limiting thoughts. Using strategic reminders can be helpful for maintaining a positive focus. Placing motivational phrases, inspirational images, or notes about your goals near your workspace or daily routine acts as a constant reinforcement, helping to redirect your attention when destructive thoughts arise. Learning to celebrate achievements, even small ones, strengthens the perception of progress and reinforces constructive thinking. Recognizing daily progress creates a virtuous cycle where positive energy feeds back on itself and reduces the influence of self-doubt or self-criticism. Practicing self-compassion is essential. Being kind to yourself when negative thoughts arise prevents internal criticism from escalating and allows you to replace self-criticism with messages that encourage confidence and positive action. Ultimately, transforming the mind requires consistency and commitment. Every moment you choose to replace a negative thought with a constructive one strengthens your ability to manage your energy, influences your decisions, improves your relationships, and ensures that your personal progress depends not on external factors, but on the conscious discipline of your thinking. Mind control and the replacement of negativity with positive energy not only improve your outlook on life, but also generate an internal drive that makes it easier to face challenges, make more effective decisions, and build a path to success based on clarity, determination, and a constructive mindset. Chapter 5. Face challenges with courage and learn from every experience. Facing challenges with courage is not a spontaneous act, nor an innate trait reserved for a select few. It is a skill cultivated daily and strengthened through conscious practice and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. Every difficulty that arises in your life represents an opportunity to grow, learn, and strengthen your character. Courage does not mean the absence of fear. It means deciding to act despite fear, maintaining clarity in the face of uncertainty, and taking responsibility for your decisions without blaming external factors. To develop this capacity, it is essential to change your perception of challenges. Instead of seeing them as insurmountable obstacles or inevitable failures, I view them as lessons and necessary steps on the path to your goals. This perspective transforms anxiety into productive energy and allows you to respond strategically rather than react impulsively. Facing challenges requires mental preparation. Anticipating potential difficulties and considering how you would react to them strengthens your confidence and reduces the paralysis that uncertainty can cause. When your mind is trained to expect the unexpected, any challenge becomes an opportunity to apply your judgment and skills without losing control. Deliberate action is key. Every time you choose to confront a problem instead of avoiding it, you strengthen your responsiveness and teach your mind that obstacles don't define your destiny. Repeating this behavior builds resilience and a greater tolerance for pressure. Learning from every experience is the second essential component. No challenge is useless if you honestly analyze it and extract lessons from it. Every mistake, every conflict, and every difficult situation contains valuable information about your strengths, areas for improvement, and the strategies that work best in real life. Reflecting after action allows you to transform difficulties into practical knowledge and tools for similar future situations. It's important to recognize that courage doesn't mean acting without a plan, but rather combining bravery with discernment. Assessing risks, identifying available resources, and anticipating potential outcomes allows you to make intelligent, courageous decisions, reducing the likelihood of unnecessary negative results and increasing the effectiveness of your actions. Managing intense emotions is critical. Frustration, fear, and pressure can cloud judgment and hinder effective problem solving. Learning to observe these emotions without being overwhelmed by them strengthens your ability to stay calm, evaluate options, and choose the most appropriate course of action. Gradual exposure to challenging situations is also a powerful strategy. Starting with less complex problems and progressing to more significant challenges allows your confidence and skills to grow progressively. This practice reduces anxiety and strengthens your mindset in the face of the unexpected. Another essential element is flexibility. Challenges rarely follow a predictable pattern, so the ability to adapt, shift your approach, and adjust your strategies is just as important as courage itself. Mental rigidity in the face of complex situations increases frustration and limits learning opportunities. Sustained courage is fueled by a clear purpose. When you understand why you are facing a challenge and how it relates to your larger goals, your commitment is strengthened. Clarity of purpose acts as an anchor in times of pressure, maintaining your focus and determination in the face of adversity. Facing challenges also means learning to accept uncertain outcomes. Not every action produces the expected result, but every effort executed with integrity and awareness has value. Accepting uncertainty reduces anxiety and allows your decisions to be based on analysis and principles rather than rigid expectations. Active learning is essential. Taking notes, reflecting on what worked and what didn't, and adjusting your behavior accordingly turns every challenge into a personal development laboratory. This approach transforms experience into applicable skills and knowledge, creating a cycle of continuous improvement. Building self-confidence is another direct benefit of facing challenges courageously. Each situation overcome reinforces your perception of your own capabilities, generating a cumulative effect that prepares you to face increasingly complex problems with serenity and effectiveness. Courage also involves taking full responsibility. Avoiding blaming others or external circumstances allows you to maintain control over your decisions and their consequences, consolidating independence and personal maturity. Mental discipline is fundamental to sustaining courage. Training your mind to stay focused, resist negative impulses, And prioritize effective actions strengthens your ability to face difficulties without losing your way. This training includes practices such as meditation, visualizing challenging scenarios, and daily strategic planning. Facing challenges also requires a long-term vision. Not all results are immediate, and often the impact of your actions manifests over time. Active patience combined with perseverance ensures that your daily effort has a real and sustained effect on your personal and professional growth. Physical and mental resilience is strengthened by taking care of your overall well-being. Sleeping adequately, eating mindfully, and engaging in regular physical activity increase your energy, clarity, and ability to face adversity effectively. Preparing the body complements preparing the mind and ensures that you can sustain consistent effort even under pressure. Courage is also developed through exposure to discomfort. Situations that generate tension, uncertainty, or fear are opportunities to practice control and deliberate action. Every experience that challenges your comfort zone teaches you practical skills and strengthens your inner confidence. Self-awareness is an essential ally in this process. Recognizing your instinctive reactions, thought patterns, and limitations allows you to make more rational and effective decisions when faced with complex problems. This awareness facilitates emotional management and enhances your responsiveness. Building a learning mindset transforms challenges into opportunities. Shifting your perspective from problem to lesson reduces resistance and increases motivation to proactively address difficulties. Every obstacle becomes a teacher, revealing practical knowledge about yourself and how to act most effectively. Effective communication is also crucial. When facing challenges that involve others, expressing your ideas clearly, actively listening, and maintaining a collaborative approach can unlock solutions that might otherwise be hidden. Courage combined with interpersonal skills strengthens outcomes and prevents unnecessary conflict. Maintaining integrity in the face of adversity is an indispensable component. Acting on strong principles, even when it's easier to give in to shortcuts or ethical compromises, builds reputation, trust, and inner strength that underpin your ability to confidently face future challenges. Perseverance and courage are intrinsically linked. It's not enough to act courageously just once. It's the repetition of courageous actions that strengthens resilience and ensures you face each challenge with greater preparation and confidence. Ultimately, integrating these practices allows each challenge to become a catalyst for growth. Consciously and consistently applied, courage transforms experience into knowledge, strengthens the mind and character, and creates a trajectory of progress that depends not on external circumstances, but on your constant decision to act, learn, and move forward. Facing difficulties with determination and learning from each experience not only produces tangible results, but also generates confidence, clarity, and a mindset capable of thriving even in the face of the most intense adversity, establishing a pattern of personal success that remains steadfast throughout life. Every challenge faced with courage strengthens your ability to adapt, reinforces your emotional intelligence, and demonstrates that true strength lies in the will to act consciously and extract wisdom from every circumstance. Chapter 6. Visualize real success and act with immediate determination. Visualizing real success is a process that goes beyond simply imagining a desired outcome. It involves creating a clear, detailed, and concrete representation of what you want to achieve and mentally experiencing what it feels like to attain it. This practice isn't a fantasy exercise, but rather training your mind to identify opportunities, strengthen confidence, and activate the determination needed to translate ideas into concrete actions. Effective visualization begins with precisely defining your goals. It's not enough to think you want to succeed or improve at something. You need to accurately describe what success means to you, the steps involved, and the indicators that will allow you to recognize when you've achieved it. The clearer the image you create in your mind, the easier it will be for your brain to identify the necessary actions and available resources to make it a reality. A fundamental part of this process is engaging all your senses. Visualization isn't limited to seeing images in your mind. Feel the satisfaction, hear the sounds that accompany achievement, perceive the emotion and energy of the moment. When this sensory experience intensifies the emotional connection with your goal and reinforces the motivation to act. Visualization alone doesn't produce results. It must be accompanied by immediate and deliberate action. Every idea and every goal requires concrete steps that translate the mental image into tangible progress. Procrastination is the natural enemy of visualization because dreaming without acting generates frustration and disconnects your mind from practical reality. Immediate action, even if small, creates momentum and demonstrates to your mind that you are committed to what you have visualized. To act with determination, it's important to set clear priorities. Identify which tasks have the greatest impact on moving you closer to your goal and act on them without delay. This requires discipline and focus. Once as the urgency of what's important must overcome the allure of what's easy or comfortable. Effective planning is key, but it shouldn't become an excuse to postpone action. A clear strategy, coupled with immediate execution, allows you to move forward without getting bogged down in unnecessary details. Every action you take must be aligned with the image you've created of your success. Before acting, mentally check if what you're about to do directly contributes to your objective. This approach ensures that every effort has a clear purpose and that your energy is used efficiently, avoiding distractions or activities that don't generate real impact. Maintaining consistency between visualization and action strengthens your self-confidence. Every step you take, no matter how small, it reinforces the certainty that you can transform your plans into reality. Confidence doesn't arise from the expectation of success, but from the accumulation of consistent actions and tangible evidence of your ability to accomplish what you set out to do. Mental discipline also plays an important role. Your mind can be distracted by doubts, fears, or negative thoughts that diminish the effectiveness of visualization and delay action. Learning to recognize these distractions and redirect your focus toward the goal strengthens your concentration and keeps you on track. Another effective strategy is breaking down objectives into manageable steps. Big goals can be overwhelming and paralyzing if they aren't broken down into concrete actions. Each completed task becomes a motivational boost that reinforces determination and creates a cumulative effect that progressively brings you closer to the final result. Daily self-assessment is essential for maintaining the connection between visualization and action. At the end of each day, review what you accomplished, identify areas for improvement, and adjust your action plan accordingly. This habit strengthens adaptability, ensures your efforts are effective, and prevents you from wasting time on activities that don't contribute to your progress. Effective visualization also requires cultivating a positive, solution-focused mindset. Facing difficulties or mistakes is inevitable, but maintaining the belief that every challenge can be overcome allows you to act with clarity and find alternatives without being paralyzed by uncertainty. Emotional control is a key component of this practice. Learning to manage anxiety, fear, or frustration allows you to maintain immediate action even in complex or stressful situations. Mental resilience is built by practicing visualization alongside taking concrete steps, developing the ability to act confidently despite adverse circumstances. Maintaining commitment to your goals also requires eliminating distractions and optimizing your environment. Constant interruptions, mental noise, and exposure to irrelevant stimuli diminish your ability to focus and reduce the effectiveness of your actions. Creating an environment that fosters focus and execution significantly increases your chances of success. Integrating positive habits complements visualization and immediate action. For example, establishing daily routines of planning, review, and action allows your mind to become accustomed to focusing on results and making effective decisions without relying solely on willpower. Perseverance is another essential factor. Not all actions will produce immediate results, and not all visualizations will manifest as planned. Consistency and a willingness to adjust your approach without abandoning your goal ensure that your determination remains strong even in the face of difficulties. Feedback is invaluable. Observing the results of your actions, learning from mistakes, and refining your strategies allows each attempt to be more effective than the last. The combination of visualization, immediate action, and constant evaluation generates a cycle of continuous improvement that accelerates your progress toward real success. Acting with determination also means taking full responsibility for your results. Not depending on external circumstances or the approval of others strengthens your autonomy and ensures that your decisions are aligned with your personal goals. Proactivity replaces reaction, and this difference defines the effectiveness with which you achieve what you want. A growth mindset is essential to sustain this approach. Every action taken, every obstacle overcome, and every mistake turned into a learning experience strengthens your ability to improve and allows you to face greater challenges with confidence. Visualization becomes a tool that guides your energy and focus, while immediate action materializes plans and consolidates results. Cultivating active patience is also fundamental. True success isn't always immediately visible, and the most significant results require time and sustained effort. Maintaining daily action, adjusting strategies, and persisting in the face of a lack of immediate reward ensures that your goals gradually move closer to reality. Internal motivation is a powerful resource. Constantly reminding yourself why you want to achieve your goal, connecting with the emotions and values that support it, and keeping alive the conviction that it is achievable fuels the energy needed to act without delay. The practice of visualization and immediate action also strengthens clarity of thought. By vividly visualizing success and taking concrete steps, your mind learns to recognize patterns, anticipate problems, and generate solutions before obstacles become roadblocks. The combination of purpose, focus, discipline, and swift execution creates momentum. And momentum is the force that ensures every subsequent action builds upon previous achievements, naturally accelerating your progress toward your goals. Ultimately, the consistency between visualization and action creates a powerful connection between your intention and your results. Every day you train your mind to visualize real success and take decisive action, you transform your ability to dream into tangible results, strengthen your discipline, boost your confidence, and ensure that consistent progress depends not on chance, but on your conscious and deliberate commitment. This approach turns vision into reality, intention into action, and action into achievement, solidifying a pattern of effectiveness that endures over time and prepares you to face any challenge with clarity, strength, and determination. Chapter 7. Manage your time effectively to maximize every opportunity. Managing time effectively is a fundamental skill for achieving goals and making the most of every opportunity life offers. How you use each hour defines the pace of your progress and determines whether your efforts produce tangible results or are diluted by insignificant activities. Understanding that time is a limited and non-renewable resource is the first step in developing discipline and focus. Every minute that passes will never return, and recognizing this reality generates a constructive sense of urgency that drives you to act intentionally. Organization is a core component of time management. Setting clear priorities allows your energy to focus on what truly matters, preventing urgent but irrelevant tasks from consuming your day without producing any real impact. To determine effective priorities, it's necessary to differentiate between what's important and what's urgent. What's urgent demands immediate attention, but what's important contributes directly to your long-term goals. Learning to identify this difference and acting accordingly is essential to maximizing every opportunity and avoiding distractions that divert your attention from what generates lasting results. Daily planning is a powerful tool. Taking a few minutes each morning to organize your tasks, set concrete goals, and decide the order in which you'll do them allows you to face the day with clarity and control. A well-structured schedule reduces improvisation, minimizes stress, and ensures that every action has purpose and direction. Segmenting your time into specific blocks for different activities increases efficiency. And allocating set periods for important tasks, minimizing interruptions, and taking strategic breaks allows you to fully concentrate on each action, improve the quality of your work, and maintain your energy throughout the day. Eliminating distractions is another crucial strategy. Constant notifications, unexpected interruptions, and unproductive digital habits fragment your attention and reduce the effectiveness of your efforts. Learning to set clear boundaries, schedule focused time, and reduce unnecessary stimuli significantly increases productivity and the ability to seize opportunities. Effective delegation strengthens time management. Yet identifying tasks that can be done by others and freeing up your attention to focus on activities that require your expertise and creativity allows you to optimize resources and generate more meaningful results. Learning to consciously say no is an essential part of this practice. Every time you accept commitments that don't contribute to your goals, you're sacrificing valuable time that could be invested in more impactful actions. Clarity about your objectives guides this decision and strengthens your focus. Personal discipline is essential for effective time management. Respecting the schedules you set, starting tasks without procrastination, and maintaining consistency in your daily habits ensures that each day moves coherently toward your goals. Reflecting on how you spend your time increases awareness and allows for necessary adjustments. Regularly evaluating your activities, identifying wasted time, and redirecting efforts toward what produces real value strengthens efficiency and prevents stagnation or feelings of unproductivity. Flexibility complements structure. Although planning and discipline are fundamental, unforeseen events will always arise. Adapting without losing sight of your priorities allows you to face changes without compromising progress toward your objectives. The practice of micromanaging time can be helpful. Dividing large tasks into manageable steps and allocating specific time to each prevents procrastination, facilitates tracking, and generates a sense of constant accomplishment that reinforces motivation. Setting clear deadlines for each task increases accountability and constructive urgency, helping to maintain a consistent work pace and preventing unnecessary delays. Automating repetitive processes frees up time and reduces errors. Identifying tasks that can be systematized, such as payments, reports, or project tracking, allows you to focus your energy on strategic and creative actions. Integrating strategic breaks improves concentration and efficiency. Short, regular breaks allow the mind to recharge, increasing attention span and the quality of decisions, preventing burnout that diminishes productivity. Deep focus is another powerful tool. Dedicating time to complex tasks without interruption fosters creativity, effective problem solving, and high-quality results. In the practice of sustained concentration reinforces mental discipline and optimizes the use of every minute invested. Visualizing results also strengthens time management. Before starting each activity, imagining the expected outcome and how to achieve it provides clarity, increases motivation, and allows you to plan concrete steps, reducing time wasted on indecision or avoidable mistakes. Weekly reviews complement daily management, analyzing achievements, identifying areas for improvement, and adjusting strategies ensures your approach evolves with your goals and maintains alignment between efforts and desired results. Personal energy directly influences time management. Maintaining a balance between sleep, nutrition, exercise, and mental rest ensures your concentration and productivity remain high, one preventing fatigue and carelessness from diminishing your day's effectiveness. A growth mindset empowers every time decision. Viewing each challenge, task, and opportunity as a learning experience reinforces motivation and allows you to approach even routine activities with attention and purpose, transforming every action into a valuable investment. Advanced preparation is a key habit. Organizing materials, planning meetings, and anticipating potential obstacles reduces wasted time due to improvisation and ensures every moment is aligned with your objectives. Learning to recognize and eliminate activities that don't generate effective returns optimizes your time. This requires honesty and discipline to sacrifice customs or habits that consume hours without contributing real progress, freeing up space for what truly drives your growth. Inconsistent application of these strategies ensures that time management becomes an automatic and reliable practice, where each day is used to its fullest potential without relying solely on momentary motivation. Integrating all these practices generates a multiplier effect. The combination of planning, prioritization, focus, immediate action, review, and constant adjustment ensures that every opportunity becomes a tangible step toward your goals, increasing your effectiveness and consolidating sustainable results. Ultimately, managing your time consciously is not just about productivity, it's an expression of respect for yourself and your goals. Every hour well managed is an act of responsibility, determination, and self-control that strengthens your ability to create the life you desire. Maximizing every opportunity requires decisiveness, discipline, and constant focus, transforming time into a powerful ally for your growth, success, and overall well-being. Effective time management ensures that every action counts, that every decision is aligned with your objectives, and that your progress depends not on chance, but on consistency and the clarity of your purpose. Chapter 8. Strengthen emotional resilience in the face of failures and obstacles. Strengthening emotional resilience is essential for maintaining stability and personal growth in the face of life's inevitable failures and obstacles. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding difficulties or ignoring pain, but rather developing the ability to face adverse circumstances with clarity, self-control, and determination. Learning from each experience without losing motivation or self-confidence. The foundation of emotional resilience is built through awareness of your own emotions. Recognizing how you feel in each situation, identifying the factors that trigger negative reactions, and accepting your emotions without judgment allows you to manage your response to adversity consciously and effectively. The first step is learning to separate your emotions from your decisions. This isn't about suppressing what you feel, but about ensuring that your actions reflect your values and goals, even when frustration, fear, or disappointment are present. The practice of self-reflection strengthens this skill. Taking the time to analyze what caused a failure, what can be learned from it, and how to adjust your approach for the future transforms every obstacle into an opportunity for growth and reduces the likelihood of repeating mistakes. Mental flexibility is a critical component of resilience. The ability to adapt to changing circumstances and adjust your expectations without losing sight of your purpose allows setbacks to prevent them from halting your progress. Keeping an open mind to new strategies and solutions makes it easier to overcome difficulties more effectively. Self-compassion is also indispensable. Recognizing that everyone faces mistakes, failures, and difficult times prevents destructive self-criticism and allows your energy to be focused on recovery and constructive action. And being aware of your limitations and treating yourself with kindness during challenging times strengthens emotional stability and accelerates recovery. Resilience is cultivated through deliberate action. Proactively facing challenges, making responsible decisions, and acting despite discomfort strengthens confidence in your abilities and reduces feelings of powerlessness in the face of adversity. Every action taken with purpose reinforces the perception of control over one's own life. Learning to manage stress is another key skill. Techniques such as mindful breathing, meditation, and mindfulness allow you to observe your emotions without being swept away by them, creating a mental space where you can decide how best to respond to obstacles. Resilience also thrives on perspective. Understanding that failures are part of the learning process and that temporary setbacks don't define your personal worth helps maintain motivation and prevents a feeling of permanent defeat. Building a network of emotional support strengthens resilience. Connecting with people who offer understanding, advice, and motivation provides additional resources for facing difficulties and offers different perspectives that enrich how you approach problems. Consistency in practicing resilience is crucial. Every challenge faced with a conscious and constructive attitude strengthens the ability to handle future situations more efficiently and confidently. Repeating these experiences strengthens emotional resilience and transforms adversity into an opportunity to develop practical skills and inner stability. And the ability to set boundaries is an additional element of emotional resilience. Recognizing which situations, people, or behaviors negatively affect your equilibrium allows you to protect your energy and maintain clarity in the face of challenges. Self-discipline contributes to sustaining resilience. Maintaining healthy habits, organizing your time, and prioritizing actions that move you closer to your goals strengthens emotional stability and builds confidence in your ability to cope with the unexpected. Resilience also requires accepting uncertainty, learning to live with a lack of total control and to make decisions based on analysis and principles rather than rigid expectations, reduces anxiety and strengthens the ability to act calmly and effectively. Active learning is part of the process. Analyzing what worked and what didn't in each challenge, adjusting strategies and applying the knowledge gained ensures that each adverse experience translates into practical tools for overcoming future obstacles. Emotional strength is reinforced by maintaining a clear purpose. Remembering why you face certain challenges, how they relate to your goals, and what results you expect helps maintain focus and motivation in the face of adversity. Resilience increases when reflection is combined with action. Analyzing difficult situations while simultaneously making effective decisions prevents analysis paralysis and ensures that learning translates into tangible results. Visualizing overcoming obstacles is another powerful technique. Imagining how you would successfully handle difficult situations strengthens confidence, prepares the mind to face challenges, and generates the clarity needed to act decisively. Learning to manage frustration and immediate failure is fundamental. Avoiding impulsive or destructive reactions to setbacks allows you to evaluate the situation objectively and find more effective solutions, reducing the negative emotional impact. Emotional resilience is also fueled by self-care. Sleeping well, maintaining balanced eating habits, exercising regularly, and dedicating time to activities that promote well-being, strengthen emotional stability, and prepare the mind to respond appropriately to challenges. Your attitude toward mistakes defines your capacity for learning. Viewing failures as valuable information rather than definitive judgments allows you to adjust strategies, improve skills, and maintain motivation when faced with new opportunities. Building self-confidence is enhanced by consciously facing adversity. Each obstacle overcome reinforces your belief in your ability to handle difficult situations, creating a cumulative effect that strengthens your resilience in the face of greater challenges. Effective communication also influences resilience. Expressing your emotions clearly, asking for support when needed, and setting realistic expectations with others reduces the emotional burden and improves your ability to manage problems effectively. Maintaining a growth mindset strengthens resilience. Viewing each obstacle as an opportunity to develop skills, gain experience, and improve strengthens your ability to learn from every situation and turn difficulties into catalysts for progress. Practicing gratitude reinforces emotional stability. Recognizing what works well in your life and appreciating the positive aspects, even amidst difficulties, generates an emotional state that strengthens your ability to recover from setbacks. Emotional resilience is a muscle that grows stronger with progressive exposure to challenges. Consciously and deliberately confronting uncomfortable situations increases stress tolerance and the ability to maintain calm, clarity, and inner control in adverse circumstances. Ultimately, developing emotional resilience in the face of failures and obstacles requires consistency, discipline, and self-awareness. Every difficult experience faced with determination and reflection builds inner strength, reinforces mental stability, and provides practical tools to address any future challenge with security, clarity, and confidence. Resilience doesn't eliminate difficulties, but it transforms each experience into a step toward growth, emotional independence, and the ability to stay the course even in the most complex moments. Through consistent practice, conscious reflection, and deliberate action, it's possible to transform failures into learning experiences, obstacles into opportunities, and negative emotions into inner strength that drives sustained progress and the building of a life oriented toward results and purpose. Chapter 9. Connect with people who boost your daily growth. Connecting with people who fuel your daily growth is an essential step in developing a life rich in learning, motivation, and opportunities. The social environment you find yourself in has a direct impact on your mindset, habits, and results. Us being surrounded by people who inspire, challenge, and support your development enhances your ability to achieve goals, maintain discipline, and face challenges with determination. The first step is to evaluate your current circle. Observing who influences your behavior, what values they share, and how their attitudes affect your energy allows you to identify whether your relationships are contributing to or detracting from your progress. It's not just about eliminating negative people, but about consciously selecting interactions that add knowledge, motivation, and positive role models to your life. Once you identify the most constructive relationships, it's important to actively nurture them. Dedicating quality time, sharing ideas, listening attentively, when offering support creates strong bonds that foster a constant exchange of learning and motivation. Reciprocity is key. By adding value to others, you reinforce the trust, respect, and connection that facilitate mutual growth. Seeking mentors is a powerful strategy. People with experience, knowledge, and proven results can accelerate your progress by sharing lessons that will help you avoid unnecessary mistakes and guide you toward more effective decisions. Building relationships with mentors requires initiative, humility, and a willingness to receive feedback, accept challenges, and consistently apply advice. Relationships with peers who share similar goals are also valuable. Colleagues who are constantly striving to improve create a motivating effect, healthy competition, money, and emotional support that maintains discipline and focus during difficult times. Actively participating in groups or communities with like-minded interests expands your perspectives, offers fresh ideas, and reinforces positive habits through collective influence. Mindful communication is fundamental to strengthening bonds that drive your development. Expressing your ideas clearly, actively listening, and maintaining a constructive approach in conversations ensures that interactions are enriching and contribute to your learning and motivation. Learning to ask for feedback is a habit that fosters growth. Receiving honest opinions about your actions, decisions, and behaviors allows you to identify areas for improvement and adjust strategies more effectively, accelerating your personal and professional development. What choosing positive influences also includes exposure to role models, whether in person or through media such as books, podcasts, and conferences. The information, examples, and principles that others share act as a guide and motivation for implementing significant changes in your daily life. Social discipline involves consciously selecting the people you interact with regularly. Avoiding relationships that foster unproductive habits, negative attitudes, or that reduce your motivation allows you to dedicate energy to connections that expand your capabilities and strengthen your goals. Empathy and mutual understanding enrich every interaction. Understanding the emotions, perspectives, and motivations of others generates deep and sustainable relationships that reinforce collaboration, learning, and emotional support. My strategic networking is another tool for connecting with people who drive your growth. Participating in events, workshops, or communities of interest allows you to build relationships with individuals who possess skills, knowledge, and experiences that complement your goals and challenge you to improve. Authenticity is essential in these relationships. Being genuine in your interactions builds trust and respect, facilitating an open exchange of ideas, support, and opportunities that foster personal and professional growth. Maintaining a balance between giving and receiving ensures that connections are sustainable. Consistently adding value to your relationships strengthens loyalty and mutual commitment, creating an environment where learning and motivation naturally multiply. Consistent communication also enhances positive influence. Establishing regular contact, sharing progress, ideas, and challenges keeps relationships active and continuously contributing to your growth, preventing them from weakening over time. Learning to manage difficult relationships is part of the process. Not everyone will contribute positively, and some interactions may generate tension or conflict. Developing conflict resolution skills, assertive communication, and clear boundaries ensures that your energy is focused on constructive relationships without being drained by negative dynamics. Collaborating with others strengthens creativity and problem-solving abilities. Sharing ideas, receiving feedback, and working on joint projects expands your skills, offers new perspectives, and increases motivation by seeing tangible results from shared effort. Constant exposure to inspiring people improves your mindset. By observing how others handle challenges, maintain discipline, and pursue goals, you learn to emulate successful behaviors, reinforcing your own habits and attitudes. Emotional resilience is also strengthened through these connections. Having a support group allows you to face failures and obstacles with greater confidence, gain objective perspective, and quickly regain motivation after difficult times. Learning to set clear boundaries prevents negative or toxic relationships from hindering your progress. Consciously deciding with whom you share your time and energy protects your emotional well-being and ensures that your interactions contribute to your personal development rather than detract from it. The diversity of perspectives in your connections enriches your learning. Interacting with people from different backgrounds, experiences, and skill sets broadens your vision, stimulates new ideas, and increases your ability to adapt and make smarter decisions when faced with challenges. Cross-mentoring, where knowledge and experiences are shared, enhances the growth of everyone involved. Setting shared goals with trusted individuals fosters accountability, motivation, and collaboration, generating a steady momentum that sustains progress-oriented habits and actions. Regularly evaluating your relationships ensures your environment remains beneficial. Reflecting on how each connection influences your mindset, habits, and results allows you to make adjustments, strengthen positive bonds, and distance yourself from those that limit your potential. A proactive approach to seeking positive influences ensures you don't depend on external circumstances for your development. Taking the initiative to connect with inspiring people, actively participating in constructive communities, and continuously learning from others keeps your growth constant. Finally, connecting with people who fuel your daily growth is not a passive act, but a conscious commitment to your development. Every intentionally cultivated relationship, every meaningful conversation, and every exchange of knowledge and support acts as a catalyst for your progress. These connections strengthen habits, broaden perspectives, motivate consistent action, and ensure your path to success is accompanied by learning, inspiration, and positive energy that propels you forward steadily. And with surrounding yourself with individuals who add value, challenge your limits, and motivate you to improve transforms your environment into an engine of growth, increasing your chances of achieving meaningful goals and sustaining continuous progress in all areas of your life. Chapter 10. Celebrate small achievements and move towards big goals. Celebrating small achievements is a fundamental practice for maintaining motivation and focus on building large, sustainable goals. Every step forward, no matter how small, represents a step toward personal growth and the realization of more ambitious objectives. Recognizing these achievements strengthens self-confidence and provides the emotional energy needed to face future challenges. The celebration doesn't have to be grand or external. It can consist of conscious internal recognition that reinforces a sense of progress and satisfaction with the effort made. This practice teaches you to value the process, not just the final results, allowing you to enjoy the journey to success and avoid the frustration that comes from unrealistic expectations or constant comparison with others. Establishing clear intermediate milestones makes it easier to identify significant achievements within complex projects. Breaking down large goals into concrete, measurable steps allows you to objectively evaluate your progress and recognize each contribution toward the final objective. Strategically planning these small goals transforms daily action into a series of cumulative victories that strengthen discipline, consistency, and resilience. Each achievement offers valuable information about what works and what needs adjusting, becoming natural feedback that guides your decisions and optimizes your future efforts. Celebrating achievements also reinforces positive habits. When you acknowledge your progress, your mind associates effort and action with reward and satisfaction, strengthening intrinsic motivation to maintain consistency in your daily practices and habits. This cumulative effect increases your ability to maintain a sustained pace of work toward larger goals, reducing procrastination and increasing productivity. Gratitude for your own achievements enhances your perception of success and well-being. Taking a moment to reflect on what you have accomplished, appreciating your dedication and commitment, it improves your attitude toward future challenges and fosters a more positive and resilient mindset. Celebrating small steps also promotes creativity and innovation. By acknowledging partial progress, you give yourself space to evaluate new strategies, adjust methods, and explore alternatives that can accelerate the achievement of larger goals. This flexible approach avoids the rigidity that can limit your development and keeps you open to unexpected opportunities and solutions. Furthermore, celebrating achievements improves your sense of control over your life. Recognizing your ability to influence outcomes builds confidence and strengthens personal autonomy, reminding you that every conscious action contributes to your goals and that success doesn't depend solely on external factors. Consistency in this practice strengthens emotional resilience. Facing obstacles and setbacks is inevitable, but when you learn to value each step forward, you reduce the feeling of failure and maintain motivation even in the face of difficulties. Consciously celebrating small achievements also has a positive impact on your relationships. Sharing victories with loved ones strengthens connection, fosters mutual support, and encourages an environment that celebrates effort and consistent progress, creating circles of positive influence that contribute to your ongoing growth. Integrating celebration with future planning ensures a cycle of continuous improvement. Acknowledging what you have accomplished provides clarity about next steps, allowing you to set larger goals strategically, realistically, and in a motivating way. Learning to balance present recognition with a future vision is crucial for maintaining momentum without becoming complacent. The practice of self-assessment complements this process. Analyzing what worked, identifying strengths and areas for improvement, and adjusting your actions ensures that each achievement contributes to the development of skills and abilities that drive larger goals. This constant feedback transforms every step into a learning experience, strengthening your preparation for more complex challenges. Celebrating small achievements also improves your perception of time and efficiency. Recognizing frequent progress allows you to appreciate that progress is cumulative and that success is built day by day, preventing frustration from not achieving significant results immediately and fostering active patience. Conscious celebration strengthens intrinsic motivation. The satisfaction derived from your own efforts generates internal energy that doesn't depend on external rewards, promoting discipline and consistency in daily action. This approach ensures that your habits are sustained by genuine motivation, not circumstantial factors. The practice of rewarding yourself constructively reinforces the connection between action and result. Choosing recognition that inspires you, increases your well-being, or encourages continued effort transforms celebration into a catalyst for progress, not an excuse for complacency. Visualizing large goals is complemented by celebrating small advances. By keeping the ultimate goal in mind while simultaneously acknowledging each step achieved, your mind strengthens the connection between effort and accomplishment, on increasing determination and clarity about the actions needed to keep moving forward. Consistency in this practice creates a multiplier effect. Each small achievement celebrated reinforces positive habits, boosts confidence, strengthens resilience, and generates a cycle of motivation and action that accelerates progress toward more ambitious goals. Conscious reflection on past achievements also helps maintain perspective. Recognizing how each action, no matter how small, contributed to your overall progress improves your ability to evaluate future decisions and optimize strategies to achieve larger objectives efficiently and with focus. Celebration also protects against excessive self-criticism. When you learn to acknowledge your progress, you reduce the impact of self-doubt and negativity that can arise from focusing solely on what remains to be accomplished. This strengthens your emotional stability and reinforces your willingness to continue acting with confidence and determination. Each acknowledged step serves as a reminder of your ability to keep commitments and deliver results, strengthening your sense of competence and purpose in every action you take. Documenting your achievements can amplify these benefits. Recording daily or weekly progress allows you to visualize your advancements, identify patterns of success, and generate tangible evidence of your development, consistently reinforcing your motivation and self-discipline. Ultimately, celebrating small victories and moving toward larger goals transforms how you approach life and your objectives. Recognizing and valuing each step achieved keeps motivation high, boosts confidence, develops resilience, and strengthens habits that ensure sustained progress. This practice creates a positive cycle where each achievement propels the next, forging a path of continuous growth that makes consistency, discipline, and clarity of purpose the cornerstones of lasting and meaningful success. Learning to balance enjoying the present with ambition for what lies ahead ensures that each day contributes to personal development, goal attainment, and building a life filled with purpose, motivation, and tangible results that reflect your efforts and determination.